Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with the Greens. Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. There's no James and Cynthia this morning. It's just me. So hubby had something to come up at work. So he's working this morning. They have an issue. So he can't he's going to try to jump in. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Cynthia Greene and I usually do this show with my husband James Greene. But today, you got just me. I'm solo, right? But I think I can handle it. I didn't want to disappoint you guys and not come on and share because I know you are super curious about our topic, right? So it's called Couples Hot Summer Fun Extreme. And so James and I, we were going to have a little battle going back and forth on things he would try or has tried and things that I would try or have tried and vice versa, right? So good morning, guys. I want to know, what are you having for breakfast, or what did you have for breakfast this morning? Like, what are you eating? So I want you to post in the group and share with us what you had for breakfast. If you didn't have breakfast, hey, I didn't have anything. So this morning, James and I had scrapple, grits, and fried eggs with cheese, right? So this is how we're different. Like James likes cheese in his grits and I don't. He likes butter on his grits and I don't. Because I try to stay away from as many extra calories and gunk, extra stuff as I can. So I like my grits plain with just some pepper on it. And then he likes cheese on his eggs and I don't. So that's just some differences in us. We like the same things, but we might just embellish it a little differently. So what do you like for breakfast? Or really, we're asking, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Just share with us in the group. And while you're sharing with us in the group, in the feed on what you have for breakfast, hit that share button. Share it out there, you guys. There's some people out there that's doing some amazing things during these hot summer months. We want to hear from them. We want to know, what are you guys doing to have fun this summer, right? So as we go along today, as I go along today, and this is going to be a little short, but as I go along today, I'm going to share with you some summer fun things that couples who really like adventurous things might try or have tried, right? But before we get started, I just want you guys to know that we're the founders of Marriage Built to Last, and we are your marriage and relationship visionary strategists. And we are having our big annual event coming up called Couples Fest. So it's my favorite thing that we do in this business, hands down, right? And normally it's every year in June, but with COVID, we didn't know if we'd be able to have it. We didn't have it last year. Oh my gosh. Last year would have been our fifth year. This year would have been our sixth year. So we are having it, but it's in September 17th and 18th. So we want you guys to come out. I did not put the link in the feed, but I will go back and add it into the description. But you guys, Couples Fest is that event. Like, we're talking about adventurous things to do today. Like, we do a lot of adventurous things at Couples Fest. So we believe that when a couple comes to a conference or a retreat or something like that, they want to do something besides just get educated, besides just be taught. So we decided to have what we call Couples Fest Expo and Festival, where we literally have a festival with lots of interactive activities. There's games, there's music, there's dancing. This year there's going to be a couples lip sync contest. And so then we have demonstrations with people teaching you, like, couples how to do couples massage, how to do couples hand dancing, couples exercise routines. Like, there's just so much that we bring to the table at Couples Fest. And then at the same time, we have our expo. We have vendors that will offer everything that you possibly could think of that you might need in your life. And we're high end, so we like luxury things. So we're gonna have a gourmet chef, teaching you about some different utensils or things you can do to take your cooking to a higher level. We have this gourmet cookware person. Oh my gosh, we love Salad Master cookware. And then we usually have like maid service. If you've ever thought about getting maid service, we'll have someone there that you can talk to about what you really get, how much it really costs. and different things like that. Travel, an attorney to help you with estate planning and wills. Like, we want to provide you with as much as we can. And then on top of all of that, of course, we have our super speakers. So we don't just bring in speakers on relationships, we bring in thought leaders who are doing cutting edge things in the relationship industry. So get your tickets. Go to couplesfestexpo.com and get your tickets, because we will sell out. And it will be here in the Waldorf, Prince George's County, Charles County, Southern Maryland area. So you do not want to miss it. So let's just talk about today. Like I used to be a super adventurous person. Like, you better not dare me, because if you dare me, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to double dog dare you so that you do it too. And we just go to the extreme, right? But as you get older, things change just a little. And I am not as much as a daredevil, but do I like trying new things? Yes. Like, I'm a foodie. I will try almost any type of food. And I'm adventurous. I love going to new, different, and exciting places, right? So James and I, when we got married, we agreed that every year for our anniversary, we would go somewhere for our anniversary. And so we used to go out of the country every year. And then we decided, you know what, there's some exciting things to do in the States. So we decided that one year we'd go out of the country, and one year we would go somewhere within our own country, right? And that's what we've been doing. So when we travel, let me tell you something. When we travel, we do everything that area has to have. And because we're trying to hit all 50 states, you know what else we do? Like, we'll get in our car and drive 2 hours to another state just so we can hit that state while we're on in that part of the country. Well, these are our stateside trips. But even when we travel out of the country, like, we'll take a cruise or a boat ride to another island or something like that. So we want to make sure that we're getting it all in. I know, like, some people go on vacation, they just want to lay back and relax. There is nothing wrong with that. But if that's your style. But see, we do a lot of laying back and relaxing at home, right? Because we love being at home and chilling at our own house. So as you can see today, I am outside on our deck, and you're looking at our backyard, which is full of trees. It's absolutely beautiful back there. I love to sit on this deck, and I'll bring out the what do you call it, TV tray? Is that what you call it? And I will put my laptop on it, and I will sit out here and I will work all day on the deck. Like, I will be out here all day, except to go in the house to get something to drink or eat, and then I'm right back out here. It is absolutely amazing. So last week we talked about just simple everyday outdoor activities that you can do. We talked about, just going to your local lake or pond, or even to the beach, walking around, holding hands, sticking your feet in the water. If you're on the beach, laying on the beach. We talked about going to the park, whether you go there and you play basketball because they got hoops, or you play tennis, or if you just sit at the picnic table and eat, pick up some food from a local restaurant and sit at the picnic table and eat. Or if you just lay your blanket out on the ground, you know what, in a park or on the beach, and you do stargazing at night, or you watch the sun come up in the morning, or watch the moon go down at night. Like, we just talked about really simple, cool things that you can do any day of the week during the summertime. Even things like going to your local, a lot of people have an outdoor music right now, so you can watch outdoor plays, concerts, presentations, going to your local, what do you call those things? Those arboretums, like, flower gardens. Going to your local flower gardens and walking around and just seeing the beauty. Like, and then, one of my favorite things is like going to the little historic out downtown areas where you got the outdoor shops, or you can walk in and out of the different shops, and just going out to get ice cream while you're there. Go window shopping. All of these things that we mentioned, you really don't have to spend a dime except grabbing some food to eat for your picnic. It's outdoor activities. There's so many fun and easy things to do during the summer outside. So if you don't like the heat, of course, there's things you can do inside. But today, I want to talk about some of those really adventurous things that you can do outside, right? So James, we were going to talk about the things that he's tried or would try and that I wouldn't try, or that I would try and he wouldn't try, right? But there's almost nothing that I would try that he wouldn't try. Except I got one thing. I wish he was here because I would tease him about it. But he's going to try to dip in. So the first thing on our list for super adventurous, extreme activities, and some of you guys won't think that is extreme because you've done it before and you do it again. But I know people who've done it and they won't do it again. All right. So what about skydiving? Have any of you ever went skydiving? If you did, say, yay, that's me. Post that in the feed and tell us, how did you like it? And would you do it again? Okay, because I have some friends who went skydiving and they loved it, but they wouldn't go back up there and do it again. So would you go skydiving and would you do it again? So to talk about James and I, James wants to go skydiving and he wants me to go with him. So I said, sure, I'll go skydiving with you. I'm going to be downstairs with my video camera, videotaping you all the way down from the sky to the ground while you're up there skydiving, because I am not jumping out of a perfectly good plane on my perfectly good legs, okay? Not me. Not interested. Don't want to do it. But James wants to try it. So, hey, find your local skydiving and go and try it out. If you've never tried it, I hear it's not super expensive. So if you've ever thought about doing something really interesting, hey, go for it. The other one is parasailing. You know, that you can parasail off of a mountain, you can parasail off the back of a boat, you know, you can parasail, I don't know. I've seen it all kinds of different ways. Go parasailing. This is the perfect weather for it. And I don't know what they call. Is it still? I'm not sure if it's called parasailing when you're on the back of a boat and it's a speedboat and you're up in the air over the water. But you know, that's I think that's still parasailing. But it might. Yeah, I don't know. But it's the same concept, right? But have you ever tried it? Like when we're on vacation, especially like in the islands or somewhere, we see people doing it all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't never. I wouldn't never. James said he would try it, but he is a little concerned because he's not a swimmer. But I'm like, babe, they've got the boat, they've got life draft life coat, life drafts, you know, and they'll come out and get you. They'll throw the tire out there or something, or somebody will come and get you. You won't have to worry. So, you know, maybe one of these days when we go on vacation, he'll try it. I don't know. I'm going to push him. I'd like to see him out there, but I'm not doing it. Like, so would you go parasailing, or have you ever gone parasailing? Did you do it off a mountain? Did you do it on the back of a speedboat? Like, did you, would you, have you ever? Have you ever? Not me. I've never, and never will. Seriously. I'm not joking. All right. So my next one is jet skiing. Now, some people don't think that that's super, that I don't think that's extreme, but it is adventurous, right? So my husband, he likes jet skiing when we're on vacation. Me, I'm not getting on the jet ski. I'm just not. Now, see, back in the day, I did do it. I would do it because I like fast things. I like motorcycles. I like things like that. But now I don't know. Like, I don't want to go that fast. And then also, like, I wouldn't drive it. And I feel like if I rode with my husband, you know, he likes to turn, you know, to lean all in and do all this daredevil stuff. And if I ever fell off, I know I would panic, right? So no, I am not even going to do the jet ski. Not going to do it. Nope. But hubby would do it. Hubby has done it. And I remember the last time he did, I think we were in Miami. So yeah. And now he doesn't really do it because he wants me to ride with him. And I'm not getting on. I'm just not. So have you done jet skiing? And how was that experience? And where did you do jet skiing? Like, I'm curious to know where you guys have gone vacationing or just hanging out. Like, or where are you at? Where do you live? Where, maybe even where you live, they have jet skiing. Like there's a lake near us and they have jet skis. You can go jet skiing on the lake. So, I mean, have you ever? Or would you ever? Like me, I'm at that age now. I'm not trying to do a lot of daredevil, what I call daredevil, super extreme or exciting types of things like that. It's not for me. Not for me. But did you do it? I'm just curious. Like were you in the islands? Were you here in the States? Like where did you go jet skiing? I know here in Maryland we have beaches. You can go jet skiing at certain areas, certain beaches, lakes, and then I think the Chesapeake and the even the Potomac on certain sides of town. Like, have you ever? Or like, would you ever? Not me. Not interested. All right. What about whitewater rafting? Anybody ever went white water rafting? Have you tried it? Like when we go on vacation, I love staying at resorts or hotels that have what they call the lazy river. Like I'll get on the raft on the lazy river, right? I love that. Just lay back and relax, lay on that inner tube and just float down the river, let it take you wherever it's gonna go. But I am not doing that on some rushing water and rocks and it's going all fast and you have no control. No, I'm not going to do it. You know what? It makes me think of those movies where people are in a boat or on a raft and they're trying to get away from this person who's after them. And the next thing you know, all you see is a waterfall. All you see is a waterfall. And they're at the edge. And there's nowhere to go but over. And they always fall out of the boat. Somehow most of them will find the boat and get back in, or they somehow make it to the edge of the water. Because once you get over the waterfall and you get to the calm water, hey, there's usually some rocks and it's a little shallow and you can get to the side. But me, I'm not getting on the white water rafting. Now, when our daughter was little, I would say she was maybe about 10, 11. She went white water rafting and had a great time. Now, I don't know if she's done it since. I mean, she's 25, getting ready to turn 26 now. I don't know if she's done it again or if she would do it again, but I'm going to ask her that question today. But have you ever went whitewater rafting? And in here in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area, I know there are some places to go whitewater rafting, but share it in the group if you've been, where you went to do it, and would you do it again? Tell people where you can go here in the area to do it also. All right? So I'm going to give you a few minutes. As I've told you to share a lot, but share with me if you've been to any of those places. All righty. So the next one, mountain climbing. Now, some people would say that's not extreme. Well, you can climb just a regular mountain that's not really tough. But then you can climb a mountain that takes quite a bit of work. So we climbed a mountain in Arizona, Phoenix, or somewhere in the Arizona area. And we've climbed a mountain in LA. No, don't wait. We went to what's that area? The Grand Canyon. So we didn't climb a mountain, but we did go up the mountain to get to the edge to look over the cliff. Yes. So I've climbed a couple of mountains, and it was no, but I'm talking about that extreme mountain climbing where you got to stick those things in the wall and and the ropes and you're doing that serious extreme mountain climbing, right? But any type of mountain climbing, like I want to know, have you ever climbed a mountain? And if you did, what mountain was it and where? So I believe the mountain we climbed was called like Sugarloaf or something like that. Sugar something. It was in Arizona. And it wasn't a really steep mountain, but it was steep enough because I know when we got to a certain point, I told James, you go on ahead and you can come back and tell me what you saw. I'm not going another step. And I sat down. It was like a nice little clearing, but it was kind of scary up there. And you would look out, and we were pretty high up. I wish I could remember how many feet up we were, but I really don't remember. But it was, woo, it was fun though. It was fun. It was fun. It was nice. It was doing something different. And it was just him and I, no guide, no nothing. Now at Niagara Falls, we didn't really climb a mountain, but we climbed something where we kept going up and up and up. Was it stairs? It might have been stairs, but the stairs were kind of like on a mountain. And I mean, we got to the top. I mean, you had to go under the waterfalls and all of that. Like, woo! It was a little scary. It was a little slippery and oof. It was pretty tough. So that's another thing you can do. You can go to waterfalls, you know, and somewhere like Niagara Falls, and you get to go get under the falls. You can go out on the maiden mist or on the little boats, and you get the water splashes on you, and oh, it's pretty scary too. I mean, I liked going to Niagara Falls, but it was a little scary. So the next thing I have is like you might not consider this extreme, but it is adventurous, which is horseback riding. So I used to love to go horseback riding as a kid. Like we used to go horseback riding, and when I was younger. So my parents had some friends. I want to say they might have been relatives, but I'm not real sure. But when we were little kids, they had a farm, and so they had a horse, and they had all kinds of animals on the farm. But then we also used to go to the on base where they had a horse stable, and we would go horseback riding. And then since as an adult, James and I are on vacation. We've gone horseback riding on the beach. We've gone horseback riding on the mountains in Hollywood. Like we took horses up to the Hollywood signs. Now the reason why I call it extreme or this is adventurous in California, the horses like to ride on the very edge of the mountain. Like you got a path. They don't walk in the center of the path. They walk on the edge. And the guy said the reason why they walk on the edge because they want to make sure they can look over the side to make sure nothing is coming at them. Well, I'm not real sure what's coming up the mountain, but I can look for you, horse, but I don't need you walking on the edge of the mountain. But it was terrifying because they walk right on the edge. So if you're on the horse, it's like all you see is nothingness down there. Oh, that was a little scary. It was a little extreme. But we've also gone horseback riding here in the Maryland area. And that took us through the trails, and we saw little waterfalls and little ponds, and it was all through the woods. It was really really nice and relaxing and calm. Now see that I can do. So have you been horseback riding? Have you ever thought about going horseback riding? I know here in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area, there are a lot, like a lot of horse farms, like a lot of horse farms. Now, see, I like horseback riding. James so much didn't necessarily want to get on the horse. Y'all know he's a city boy, right? Y'all do know he's from Philadelphia, so he's a city boy. But one thing that I found out is that Philadelphia used to be a cowboy town. Like they had black cowboys. They still have a black cowboy club in Philadelphia, and they have a horse club in Philadelphia. So he's a city boy, but he wasn't really into the horses. So tell us if you've ever been horseback riding. Did you go through a trail? Were you on a mountain? Were you on the beach? Like where did you do your horseback riding? So my next one is hot air balloon. So this is something that James wants to try one day, and I'm willing to try it. And I love it when you see on TV and they're in this big, huge open area and they have like 5, 6, maybe 10, no, sometimes even more than that. All these hot air balloons, everybody's going up. I would do that because the balloon is going up so a few times that day, so it's proven that it's pretty safe. Yeah, y'all see I like safe, right? But no, I would try it in the right place at the right time. I would try it. I know that my sister went on a hot air balloon and she liked it. But I mean, yeah, you probably see a nice view, but I'd like to know if I'm going up, what am I going to see? Is it really going to be a nice view? Like, I don't really need the experience of going up in a hot air balloon, but I would like the experience if I'm going to go up and just see this beautiful, serene view, something different and exciting. Because, like I said, I do like adventure. I do like trying new things. And it makes me think of like the most beautiful view I ever saw in my entire life was when I went to Switzerland, and they stopped on this, like we were riding down the road and they pulled over and went down this little road and they stopped in this grassy area. And you can see the mountains over there because in Switzerland it's like mountains are everywhere, so you can see the mountains over there. So I'm thinking, what's the big deal? Why are we stopping here? So we stopped, and um the grass was like perfectly green, but we walked to the edge and you could look down, and there was like this perfectly round pond down there. It was the greenish, deep greenish, bluish, like a turquoise color, and there was beautiful green grass down there. And then when you look up, you saw the beautiful snow-capped mountains. Like that was one of the most perfect views I ever saw. So if I'm going up in a hot air balloon, I'm going to see something like that. Cool, good. I'm good with that. So my next one is go, going yachting or sailing or speedboating, like speedboating, right? So that's exciting. I've done all three. I've been on a yacht, so I've been yachting. I haven't really been sailing, but I've been in like a boat that has a sail, but I don't think the sail was up. I can't remember. I think I've been sailing, but I've definitely been on speedboat since I was a little girl. So my godfather had a speedboat, and then my uncle had a boat. I don't know. I don't think it was a speedboat, and it wasn't a sailboat, but it was a boat. So I've been and then I've been on fishing boats, as a child. But I've been on yachts and I've been on speedboats, and both are fun. Even on vacation, I've been on like the yachts where they take you out. I've been on the boats where they take you out and you can go scuba diving or snorkeling. I've done the snorkeling, so that's another exciting thing you can do when you're on the water. You go snorkeling, you can go scuba diving. Like, okay, that was one of the other ones on the list. Ooh, let me get to that one in a minute. But we're talking about going boating, right? So there's all types of boats. So last year for my husband's birthday, our plan was to rent a yacht and have him a private birthday party on the yacht with just us and our friends. Well, Corona ruined that. And I don't think we're going to do it this year. We've discussed it, but no, I don't think we'll do it this year. If we do, it'll be on a very, very small scale. But so go boating, either um, these days you can rent a boat, and when we were looking at it, because of COVID, you can only get like 6 or 8 people on the boat. But you can rent a boat that you drive yourself. You can rent a boat with a captain. You can rent a yacht with a captain. I don't think you can rent a yacht and drive it yourself. You can rent a speedboat, get a little lesson, and drive yourself. But be adventurous. Go get you a boat. I mean, like, go get your boat. So, does anybody own a boat? Like, if you own a boat, give me a call, right? I mean, a yacht or a really nice boat. But no, seriously, have you gone boating, or is that like your thing? Like you like to go out on the water on the boat? Like, I enjoy that type of thing. Like, I think it's so peaceful and calm when you're out on the water. I mean, it really is. Okay, so my next one is motorcycling. Okay, I know you're like, Cynthia, anybody can have a motorcycle. No, I'm not talking about those who have a motorcycle and do it all the time. But have you ever thought about renting a motorcycle? And I'll add this one in too. ATV. When you're on vacation, you rent the ATVs, right? But I'm talking about renting a motorcycle, take a lesson, and just get out on the high road one weekend or one day, and you and your boo, your sweet thing, y'all get out on the high roads and just ride on the motorcycle and just enjoy that experience, with your hand breeze out. Again, when I was younger, I used to get on the back of a motorcycle with friends, neighbors, people in my neighborhood had a motorcycle. And as a teenager, I got on a motorcycle with someone, and it actually burned my leg, and I had that scar on my leg for years. I was looking for it not too long ago when I was talking to someone with a motorcycle, and it's actually disappeared. But that scar was on my leg for years. I mean, like years. But it didn't stop me from getting on a motorcycle. But I am not too keen about getting on a motorcycle these days. I maybe would, depending on who it was, and if they promised me they're going to take me up the street and bring me right back, and not do any daredevil type of things on the bike. Because I'm sorry, I just believe in safety, like I really do. But you can rent a motorcycle, especially if you have a motorcycle license or the person you're with has a motorcycle license, and just go out for a ride on a motorcycle. Let your hair just blow in the breeze, right? And just enjoy yourself. Same thing. Rent an ATV. Um, rent an ATV, or dirt bike. Like I would ride a dirt bike. I would ride an ATV. But I've read so many horrible stories about on vacation. A lot of these companies and these foreign places don't necessarily keep their ATVs up to par, and there's a lot of accidents. People are getting seriously hurt on them. But I would try it if I was really at a reputable company that had good ratings, and I talked to people who say they're pretty safe, and the trail is pretty safe. The other one too is go on a safari. Like, have you ever been to, like, how you go to the zoo and you go into that area where it looks like a safari, or it's like really dense jungle or something, you know, I'm not saying go all the way to Africa to go on a safari, but you could. I mean, have you ever? That's one place I really want to go. I really want to go to Africa, not necessarily on a safari, but I would. But you know, go on a safari, like go somewhere where, if you like things like caverns and caves, or you know, dense trees where you can go through the foliage and see the hear and see the different animals in the woods. Like right now, I don't have a safari, but we have some really thick trees behind our house, and I hear all kinds of animals out there. And I plan to get me a camera with a telephoto lens and just, you know, start trying to see the different things. You know what I bought? I bought some binoculars, and they have night vision on them, right? So that I can sit out here at night and see what kind of animals are in the trees or outside in the backyard at night. Haven't done that experience yet, but when I do, I'll share it with you guys. So another thing is, what about speed car racing? You're like, Cynthia, speed car racing. How am I going to do speed car racing? Did y'all know there's places, speed car races, where you can go and you can rent a car and you can ride on a speed race? Now, I remember I stayed at a hotel in Atlanta. Gosh, I can't think of the name of that hotel. Gosh, I know it as good as day, but it just eluded me. It's out near the airport, kind of. And they have a speed race track right there beside it. It's actually was it a BMW speed race track or a Bentley racetrack? It was something like that. A Mercedes Benz racetrack, and you can rent a race car and ride the racetrack. And I just thought that was so cool. So I am hoping that one day, look, James is not out here, but for his birthday, I'm thinking about going to the dealership and renting him like a sports car, like a Ferrari, and you know, let him just have the Ferrari for the day. You know, I know someone that did that for their child when they graduated from high school, when they turned 18, right? So I'm thinking about doing something like that. Or I had looked for going to a racetrack and driving a speed car, but in this area they do have that, but they only come it only happens certain times of the year. So there's this company that brings speed racing to your area, and they bring these luxury cars, and it's usually like over in the Virginia area. And I've tried to get with them, but it's never at a convenient time when we can actually go. I'm going to look that up again. I'll share it with you guys when I find it. But my husband loves driving fast, and he's always wanted to drive like a speed car, and or drive on a speed racing. And that's another thing too. You know, the little mini race car things you can go to. What do they call it? Not bumper cars, but you know, like the little race tracks that you can go to. Like your kids could actually do it. But yeah, so we've done that too. But I'm talking about a real car on a real speed racetrack, right? So that's something else that you can try. Has anybody ever done it? Like, have you done it? And if you've done it in the DMV area, please tell me where you went. Please put that information in the feed so that I can check it out. And y'all, I meant to have up my page so I could see what you guys are saying, and I didn't do it. So I'm just going to take a moment and pull it up on my phone real quick, see if I can see what you guys are talking about today, and what you've been sharing, because normally I will share that out. I will, you know, put it out there, and I didn't do that. All right. So you guys, getting back to some other things you can do, and I only have a couple more left. So the other one is, oh, it's my last one. Yeah, it's my last one. Roller coasters. Roller coaster. Y'all remember that song, right? So I used to like roller coasters. Now, I'm not going to say I used to love coasters, but of course, when I was young, I used to ride roller coasters. And I remember for our senior trip in high school, we went to Six Flags in Florida, I think. Gosh, I can't even really remember. And that was the last time I remember really, really, really riding on a roller coaster. But then, no, I rode on a roller coaster in Europe in this place called, started with a K, Kaiserland? No, I can't remember. But I took my kids to an amusement park in Germany. And we we got on the roller coaster, but it wasn't like a super duper roller coaster there because, you know, they were young. But I used to like roller coasters, but now I can't do them. I can't do them. So during this hot summer fun, you know, you can go to the amusement parks and get on the most extreme roller coasters, right? Some people travel the world just to go to all the extreme roller coasters. That's not me. My husband loves roller coasters, but tell him I told you. But the last time he got on a roller coaster, he did not do very well when he got off. Seriously. No, but then his other times he gotten on it, he was just fine. But so if you like, you know, the extreme roller coasters, hey, go for it. Get out there. Do your thing, right? So these are just some of the things that I wanted to bring. Oh, I know my last one was swimming. I know you say swimming is not extreme, but have you ever gone swimming like in the ocean and you go to where they have the rock and people dive off the rocks or they jump off the really high rocks? Like for some people that's extreme. Like I used to do that type of thing because I love to swim. Like swimming and tennis is my favorite two sports that I actually like to do. But swimming is my all-time favorite sport. I used to be a very strong swimmer. I still can swim well, but not far. I still know all my stroke. I can do every stroke in swimming. And I used to do, guys, I used to dive off the high dive board. I mean, like really dive off the super high dive board. Um, I took swimming as a child, and all the way through high school, we went to summer camp and we did swimming, and you always got swimming lessons. So I got better and better every year. So when I went to college, I took a swim class, and I was already a strong swimmer, but I learned to swim even stronger because in that class they really taught you how to, you know, breathe longer and better underwater and long distance. So they had Olympic sized swimming pools. And so in order to pass that class, you had to swim from one end to the other end and back. I don't know if we had to do it more than once, but it was really far. And then you also had to dive that, like there were 3 level diving boards, you know, like your regular diving board, a mid-level diving board, and then like Olympic, like way, way, way up there, Olympic size height diving board. And I dove head first off that diving board and I did pretty good. I used to know how many feet deep that water was, but I really don't remember right now. But the water was really deep. So that's my final one. If there's some other extreme things or adventurous things or fun things that you like to do during the summertime, please share it and let us know all about it, you know, and give other people some great ideas of things that they can do this summer to have some summer fun, some summer adventure. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. And next week we'll be back and we're just going to talk about simple backyard fun. Like I'm going to show you some things that we do in our backyard. Like we got some outdoor games that I absolutely love. I don't get to play them very often, but I told James I am setting them up next weekend. And so we're going to show you some things that you can do right in your backyard to have fun and tell you about some things you can do in your backyard to have fun during the summer. And so don't forget to get your tickets to Couples Fest Expo and Festival 2021, our 5th annual. It's going to sell out. It's going to be super, super the bomb.com. I'm not kidding you. James hates when I say bomb.com, but okay, I like saying corny things, right? But no, it's going to be sell out and it's going to be super, super fun. We have vendors that are off the chain. We have demonstrations that are off the chain. We're having a couples lip sync contest this year. All kinds of interactive activities that help couples build their relationship, and then games also, but they're also fun. Things that are just fun for the couples to do together. And then one of our favorite things we do is a vow renewal. We do a vow renewal, and you know how you do your dance at the wedding, your first dance. Well, we're going to do our last dance. You know, we're going to do what we call the last dance of the event for the night. All right. So get your tickets. Go to couplesfestexpo.com and check it out. And thank you guys for joining me. And boy, I thought this was going to be quick, and it's been a little longer than I thought. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me. James and I will be back together next week. We'll be in our backyard. We're going to show you we're going to be downstairs on the patio and out in the grass, out in the yard, downstairs on the patio and out in the yard, just showing you some different things that you can do right in your own backyard to have some more super hot couple summer fun. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you next weekend. God bless you.